What's up, everyone? Welcome to the game room. I'm Riz the Wiz. I'm here with my three young Jedis, Eevee, Snorlax, and Pikachu right there.
Got you. Yo, man, that's crazy, man.
Wow, you think you didn't know I was down with that?
Because I got the Snorlax tattoo right here.
Oh, we got to get a shot of that.
Like,
how have I known you for 10 years? What, we go back
at
10 years, at least a decade.
I brought my Pokeballs.
Hey.
Oh,
what? Okay.
He doesn't leave home without his Pokeballs.
I sure don't.
Protect your Pokeballs
That's
with
right.
all you got.
All you got. It's all you got. As a matter of
All
fact.
right. Because I should call you Eevee instead of EJ.
Yeah, maybe. No. don't do that.
You know, when we went to Japan, and you haven't been to Japan,
Don't remind me. But yeah, I have.
you got to come. We're doing a retreat in April.
Shade.
So I lead retreats. So those of you who know me or are following this, you know that I'm a psychic medium and I'm a shaman and a trance channel. Look me up. So I lead meditation retreats and I lead to different powerful spots, power spots around the world. That could be India, Ireland with the stone circles and the castles, anywhere where there's a powerful vortex of energy. But Japan, for me, has always been very special.
Ooh.
And
Same here.
yeah, of course.
I think all of us
past
can,
lives
I
for
think all
sure,
of us
right?
Can relate to that. Definitely.
Absolutely, because Japan has ancient and then they have completely modern and futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's-
I think that you got that going on today with your. You got your beard game tight, my brother.
Thank you.
You got that.
get a
king
close up
tut.
on that.
You know he's Egyptian, but he got. I was like, is it the Egyptian thing that you got that king tut thing
Young
going on? But then you got the
Khal
top
Drogo.
hat, which is just. I just feel like saying Cheerios, Sharif. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone's gonna say anything because like we walked in here and everything, like no one said
No one
nothing.
said
It's
a
like,
thing.
it's like all quiet. I'm like,
Sharice wearing a
all
top
right.
hat.
Like, okay, I guess I'm just the weirdo today.
No, when I saw you, I was like,
It just
"What's
makes
up?" I was
sense.
kind of looking at you like this. What's up? You know, but that's tight. You're gonna bring the top
That's
hat
tight.
game
Trying to
back.
bring it back,
Bringing it
man.
back, baby.
I mean,
Oh
George,
no, you will.
yeah, you know, it's
Just
George
tight. I like the shirt. I
No.
like the beard jewelry. I like that. Looks
Thank
like
you,
Dante's wearing just two pants that were sewn together, but I'm not saying nothing.
Best of both worlds. I
there's-
couldn't choose, man.
There's a lot of drip in here.
Did you sew two pairs of
I
jeans
wish.
together?
No,
And then you have a pair just like it matches at home?
that would be cool. That would be cool.
I love how men now we don't have to wear matching socks.
Oh no.
But
Oh,
it can't
man.
look like you didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
Because that is not going to work, right?
No.
You-
But
uh,
then at the same
you
time, you
can
can't think
wear-
about it too much either.
Do you have Pokemon socks?
Nah, I don't. I have Pokemon underwear.
Close up.
Wait, on?
Okay, we don't have a
Wait,
cameraman.
on?
Maybe, Sharif. Maybe I do.
What does Pokemon?
Pause.
What
Big
does-
pause on that?
What does Pokemon underwear hold?
Pokeballs, baby.
Yeah,
Dragon Balls.
Oh, come on. Hey, you switched it up.
Dragon Ball Z. You
switched
gotta
it
mix
up.
it up.
I like that.
Oh,
Man.
So we're called the game room, but suddenly, like, people are gonna think we're here to just talk about toys and games.
Nope.
But we're not. We're here to talk about the deeper meaning. We get into the game of everything. What's going on in the music game? What's going on in the world of games? What's going on in... I don't think we're going to talk about politics because that's just one big
Nope.
game that nobody needs to drop in. You had enough
That's
of
a fact.
politics.
I'm good.
It's a
This
fact.
is the last thing we
Yeah,
need to talk
go
about is
elsewhere
politics.
for that.
Right. This
It's an
is
endless
not the show
void.
for
That way.
politics.
No.
But we want to dive into consciousness because you guys first came to my circle, my meditation circle in LA called the Circle of Light years ago. You were baby Yodas.
It's crazy. That was like 10 years ago. It's crazy.
It was 10 years ago.
Decade.
This podcast is 10 years in the making. Wow. Let's-
Moment of
moment of
zen.
silence. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Took us 10 years to get here.
10 years to get
Yeah.
here, which just shows you can do whatever it is that you want to do. For us, the conversations have always been in our game room,
Mm-hmm.
and we would always talk about life. We would talk about the philosophies of Eric Cartman on South Park and how things that people don't think have deeper meaning because
Because all they see is the vulgarity or the...
yeah, like when I first
Yeah.
met Araya, she would think, "Oh, you're into South Park?
Right.
That's really just potty humor, isn't it?"
Right.
You're
I
just like-
remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, and I said, "No, it's deep." And then she's like, "Put it on." And of course, that episode happened to be all like fart jokes. I was like, "No,
Damn.
I'm deep. I'm a medium. Don't forget that part." She's like, "You sure you're a spiritual teacher?" I was like, "I am. Let me just show you some more episodes, please. Don't leave." But then I showed her more
Don't leave.
episodes, and she started to laugh a little bit. She's trying to act like it wasn't funny, but how could you not after a
It
while?
cracked her
But man, Trey
a little
Parker
bit.
and Matt Stone, what they have created, this legacy
Masters.
of how many episodes are there now?
Oh man, that's about 21 seasons, 20 seasons.
20?
strong.
No,
Like-
it's like 22 or 23.
They're over 200. They're at 23, I think. Now. I think they just did 23.
23. Damn.
Have you
22 or
seen that
23?
documentary where they make the show
Oh, 7 days
in
till
like
South
6
Park.
minutes or something?
6 days till South
They
Park.
had a 300. They had a 300 episode, didn't they? This last season. Probably. They had a 300.
Oh yeah, with
Remember
the
fucking
China,
Randy?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Don't spoil anything.
I missed it.
I haven't finished the last
Yeah,
season.
man,
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't
yeah,
finished okay.
yeah,
it. So
that
don't
was-
spoil it
that
for
was-
you.
that was
But
wild.
yeah.
So what
They
do you
had
think of the
a-
last
yeah.
season of South Park? Anybody?
I'm on the
Man.
first 2 episodes. So
I-
I,
I
really
saw
like
the
the last season. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode?
I don't know. Man.
Now, are you having trouble remembering the episodes? Because that means it's one big blur.
Yeah, it kind of blended together ever since they kind of started doing like the
They changed it up.
continuities. Like
I'm
it
sure
have
that
a
they're
harder
wondering about
time.
that, if they did
Yeah.
the right decision or not, the continuity. And they've
Yeah.
experimented with making, just going back to the craziness of South Park
Yeah.
when Carmen was buttering himself
Yeah.
up.
You know?
And he was slipping through their fingers.
Yeah, with these little
It
pigs.
was like a little pig. Yeah. Oh, man.
So how old were you guys in 1998?
I was 7, 6 or 7. Yeah.
I was
was
9.
90.
Okay, so this
I was like
is when
6 years old. Yeah.
you were 6. So
Yeah.
the .com boom was happening.
Mhm.
And I was like your age, whatever. And I was working at a .com in New York City. Don't ask me how I got the job and what it. Please, you just find yourself in situations,
Yeah.
and I found myself in that situation. And so, back in like I think between 95 and 98, the internet had maybe 100 websites,
Mm.
Whoa.
no more than that. And so people
Man.
were just building all this. People were pouring money into .coms. It's called the .com boom. Anyway, that's not what this is about, though we could drop in on that later. So South Park had just come out, and it was literally like they had made it out of cardboard pieces. And it started off as this Christmas card that Trey Parker and Matt Stone sent around to be funny, but it was
Mhm.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about Santa Claus fighting Jesus. And
Yeah.
Oxford. it was just so out there.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about you took a chance with something that you didn't think was ever going to work.
Yeah.
Just having fun with it.
Yeah, or thinking you'll find your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were putting the show together, we were like, well, what are we going to talk about? Look at what we love. Like name the 5 things you guys are into. But like truly, what are you into?
Cartoons, video games, clothes, fashion. Those are the
Anime,
same thing.
music,
Clothes and fashion.
music,
Yeah.
clothes and
cooking.
fashion.
But then talk about the things that are very,
Holistic
in a
life.
sense, opposite of that. Right? Because we had so many topics to think
yeah,
about.
I love like I'm obsessed right now with chiropractors and the art of being a chiropractor.
Okay,
Oh,
right.
man.
And I just watch like hour-long chiropractic compilations.
That's
It's like,
good.
and it's like I fall asleep to it.
So satisfying.
So like
All right,
that's
you
like
know what
the
we should
total
talk about?
opposite.
Things that we're into that we haven't told each other yet. Because we all know each
Well,
other.
that's my first one.
That's
Chiropractor
you're into
compilations.
chiropractic videos?
I don't know why, man. You should try it. Check it
Oh
out.
man.
They're pretty
Because he's
cool.
a crackhead.
I'm a crackhead.
I'm a crackhead.
Crack that
I'm
head.
a crackhead.
All right, what do you
Yeah.
like? What are you surfing or clicking that you can say on air
Mhm.
that you...
on, man.
'Cause I know who I'm talking to right now.
You can't limit Reef.
Don't let the top hat fool you.
You
Come
can't
on, man.
limit
Don't do
Reef,
me
No,
like
I could
that,
know. He
man.
might be like CIA doing all the UFO stuff. You don't know. Okay,
That's
so what are you like
definitely
into
Mhm.
that I don't know about right now?
That you don't know about?
Yeah.
Man, I'll be watching some pretty obscure animes.
Really?
That's,
He's, like,
that's
obsessed.
definitely what I'm into.
You recommended
Like-
me a few recently, actually.
Yeah.
Like the most
Like
obscure
anime from
animes.
Lithuania.
Like no, like this is like Japanese, of course. You
Okay.
know? But then these are like just like real movies. Like you'd watch like a World War II movie or something like that. Except the only difference is it's animated. I mean, I love
Animated
the
or
way
anime?
animated.
Okay.
Oh, it's like
Well,
it's the
anime
style of
is-
anime.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm saying, but it's like a real life movie. Like it's not like a fantasy story. This is like real life stories.
Right.
But they're just in the cartoon form. That's really it. It's like no really fantasy element to it at all.
Mm.
So you're liking that,
Yeah.
and you're into
really
that.
feeling that. Yeah.
What about you, Evie? EJ?
Can't even with you right now. I've been watching a lot of Daniel the Tiger, and
What is that?
Only tiger I know is Tony, man. What the hell?
Daniel the Tiger? That was
You
like the
guys don't know
cereal
who
that
Dan-
didn't make it?
Daniel
know
the
Tony.
Tiger. You guys don't know who Daniel the Tiger is?
N-
No, man.
Do
He
you?
is
No.
Mr.
Elaborate.
Mr. Rogers spinoff. I have a
Oh,
I know that.
I have a
Yeah.
2-year-old daughter, so I get caught up watching shows like Daniel the
She likes that?
Tiger, and yeah, she loves.
So
Daniel
now
the
it's a
Tiger.
spin-off. Is it
Adorable.
live action or animated?
It is animated. It's animated. She'll watch anything that's animated. I've got her into some animes recently, like Spirit Away, My Neighborhood Totoro,
Ooh,
and Ponyo.
he-
She watches those, so that's my girl.
Do you know they're playing
But-
My Neighbor Totoro at Cinepolis?
Oh,
Westlake?
no way.
Really?
So you all know about these movie theaters that are like flying first class in an airplane. The seats
Yeah.
go back. They bring you food. I don't even need the movie to be that good.
Right?
Like
Yeah,
I see
that's a
movies that
fact.
are like, I don't care. Like, what are we seeing? I don't
Yeah.
care. If it's halfway decent, I'll see it as
Yeah.
long as I get my mozzarella sticks at my table and my raspberry iced tea.
Exactly.
Gin and tonic.
It's amazing. How can you watch movies any other way now?
Right.
Yeah,
Once you just spend the extra money.
Yeah.
You are getting what you pay for.
Right?
absolutely.
You just feel completely different, and it's just a way to unwind. I see clients all day long and
Mhm.
kids and just doing a lot of things, right? And then just to chill out, and Araya and I we just go to Cinepolis, and you lay back. And now I'm hearing that there's all these movie theaters. They're basically dine-in movie theaters. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
bring you food
They
to the
bring the
table,
food to
they
the-
bring your
yeah.
drinks,
Your
they
Your
bring-
chair goes back.
your chair goes back all
yeah.
the way. So I heard in Sweden there's one where they just brought beds in.
Oh, no. No, you ain't going there to watch
I
nothing.
know. I didn't think of that actually.
I'm sorry. You ain't going there to watch nothing.
It's
That's
actually
like
pretty
when
weird.
you
Yeah.
got in-laws at
That's
the
a
house
little
or
weird. It's
something.
like
It's too much.
Yeah, I don't need a bed there. I actually prefer a recliner because I like my feet up. I like kind of
Yeah.
shifting back. Wait, so I got to say what I'm
Yeah.
into lately. So I'm into something that you have to see. It's called, the translation would be Seven Plums.
hmm
It is this woman. I only just found out this information because I didn't know who she was. So there's this woman. Her name is Li Ziqi. She's from China. She's a phenom. I think she's actually one of the most popular, if not the most popular person on YouTube. And you've
Mm.
never heard of her.
Mm.
Her views are like 14 million. 14 million per view.
It's crazy.
It's only about her. So she looks like anime. You have to see her.
Mm.
Nothing's in English.
Oh,
There's
I love
almost
that.
no dialogue.
What is she doing?
Basically, she is this incredible superwoman alien hybrid person who, like, I don't know, is far more advanced than us to be on planet Earth. Okay, so what does she do?
That's a mood
So she
right there.
basically, right?
Yeah.
Basically, she's like a Martha Stewart of like the countryside of China. So let me
I
just
know who you're
tell you what.
talking about.
You do know who I'm talking
I
about?
do know who you're
She
talking
looks like Chun. I hate to say it. This is not racist because, I'm Asian too. So
You ain't black,
right. I thought I was. Till my parents told me I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's another episode.
That's a whole nother
We
episode.
should talk about what we thought we were growing up.
Yeah.
That is a
Right.
whole
Next
nother
one.
So
episode.
she kind of looks like a version of like Chun Li from Street Fighter. You remember Street
Okay.
Fighter?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was my game. All right. So anyway, she wears
Adult.
the traditional Chinese outfit, and she's lives with her grandmother.
Mhm.
This is not
Yep.
like scripted. This is what she does.
Yeah.
But she's a master of the cooking is out of control.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Out of
Don't tell me that.
your mouth starts watering at everything that she cooks.
Steam buns?
Everything. You can't,
Everything,
but
bro.
you don't understand she grows everything. She
Yeah.
grows the rice.
Everything.
That's a different
She's got
level.
like rice fields in the
No.
back. She's
Wow.
got like she cooks with flowers.
Mm-hmm.
She made
Mm.
flowers,
Edible flower arrangement.
edible flowers with
foods,
rice
like-
in it. Then she
Wow.
makes this. You have no idea what level this is on. Do you remember like in that movie Spirited Away?
Yeah.
Remember
That's-
Spirited Away?
yeah.
When there was like they all went to eat at. She makes all that
Yeah,
food.
when it was in
Mm.
She
the-
grows every single bit of it.
Just
She
food,
grows the
just
herbs.
anime food in general. Like it always looks so
Yeah.
delicious.
She makes the
true.
furniture out of bamboo. She chops down the bamboo, then makes furniture. She's like made a dinette set.
Mhm.
Wow.
Whoa.
She makes the bed. She'll make the mattress.
Mm.
She made clothes. She dyed the clothes.
Yep.
She has
saw
baby
that one.
goats. She has dogs. She has cats. She takes care of the grandmother.
Grandma. Yep.
You don't understand how addictive this show is. I watched
Wow.
like 10 episodes in a row.
So
Some
it's
of them are like
Wow.
6 minutes. Some of them
I
are
gotta see
20.
that.
Wow. It's like real reality TV kind of.
Well,
It's almost, you want to describe
so
it?
you know how Dante mentioned that he likes to watch the chiropractor videos,
Mhm.
and he kind of gets like this feeling out of watching them.
Yeah.
It's kind of it puts you in a nice calm state. Basically,
Yeah.
these videos kind of do the same thing because of the colors and the ingredients and everything that she's using. It's
Mhm.
literally like a live anime.
Wow.
Yeah, so the way they film, it's almost like
it's-
ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
You guys know if you guys know what ASMR is, basically there's people doing all sorts of things on the internet that are pleasing to listen to or to watch, and like from crinkling paper
Mm-hmm.
that calms you down.
Speaking a very nice soft voice.
Yeah, and they've mastered speaking. Like I can't even do it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
yeah.
sound any
I'll probably
different than the way I
butcher
speak,
it.
right? But like, so watching Seven Plums, it'll take you away.
Wow.
I suggest you
I'm
watch
sold.
it. So I've been obsessed with that.
That's
Dante,
dope.
you would love it. You
Yeah.
would love it.
I
Just
was
for
looking
me
for that
knowing
news.
you,
Yeah.
you would love it.
That
Absolutely.
reminds me, have you guys seen the two, I would say, I don't know, somewhere in Asia. I'm not going to typecast them, but it starts with, they'll show an empty field, and they just, two guys with sticks, and they build an entire.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
They're
No, I
called
haven't seen that.
they're called
Cool.
survival builds.
Yeah.
Bro,
I haven't seen
that.
You guys know about that?
No, I haven't seen that, no.
It's incredible. It
Tell
reminded me of that.
them about it.
So it's just these two villager-looking guys who have two sticks. They find an empty field, and you just see the field. And the video might be like 15 minutes long. It's like a time lapse.
Mhm.
They just start digging a hole.
It's like the
Digging.
earth is like red clay,
Yeah.
right?
Gotcha.
Soft.
And by the end of the video, they had built an entire underground oasis, like with a waterfall. They tie bamboo sticks together from the lake to have. It's incredible. I can't even
Wow.
explain it.
No, you can't.
No,
it's not just it's like a mansion.
Yeah, it's like a mansion.
So
Wow.
elaborate.
Under the ground, they're just digging. They have no
Water
tools.
slides into a pool
What?
from
Oh,
just
I
a
haven't
stick
seen
in the
that
ground.
one.
No, dude, you
Oh
don't
my God.
understand. You
It's
have to
wild.
watch.
Yeah.
I can't believe you know about it.
Yeah.
What's it called
incredible.
again?
It's like
I don't even know.
survival
Survival
builders.
Something like that.
But these guys
Okay,
are
I've seen one of
indigenous
those.
tribal guys. These
It's
are guys.
unbelievable.
They
You
have
wouldn't
not
believe
left
And they
the
have
jungle.
simple tools too. It's like just like a
Sticks.
piece of
No,
wood
it's a
and like
stick.
a
Metal
blade.
stick,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's like a blade at the
Yeah.
end of it, right?
But you wouldn't believe it. Like I'm talking about like 8 feet down into the ground and like huge oasis.
Sometimes it's one guy doing it
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, by himself.
by
Yeah.
himself.
That's
I saw one
insane.
with two. I haven't seen the one.
Even two is
long
ridiculous.
does
Yeah,
that
even
take?
two is ridiculous.
I almost don't believe it. Like a part of me is like, they have a whole crew.
No.
Like it's so unbelievable. I do believe they do it, but it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That guy, the one you're
gotta
talking
see
about, like
more
one
of
guy
those.
made it like basically an underground kind of mini mansion. It took him 30
Yeah.
days.
What I
What?
want to know is what do they do with it afterwards?
R-
That was
right,
my
because
burning
if it
question.
rains, you would think.
What do you do?
I think they just keep going. It's their
Just
tradition.
move on. Imagine someone stumbles upon that.
You think it's from ancient?
Yeah.
And the guy's like did it over there. Yeah, I've thought about that, and I've thought about it got me thinking about nutrition
Hmm.
because I was thinking, like, we leave these lives where we like our supplements, we work out, we take whatever, people take creatine to work out, people take all sorts of different supplements, organic food, and just we really watch what we eat so that we have more energy.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys, the kind of energy
Mm.
expenditure that they do building these things, and like, what do you eat?
Right.
He's like eats a small purple potato. Maybe he eats one fish. Yeah, the purple potato. It's
Pizza?
amazing. Yeah,
What?
there's like a sweet potato,
I
but
gotta
it's
try
purple.
that.
Mhm.
What?
It's good.
Because when I saw that there was purple food, I was like, oh, I'm
I
sticking
mean-
around on this planet. There's
Mhm,
purple food.
mhm, mhm.
So, and then there's a belief system that systematic under eating gives you a longer life and actually makes you stronger.
Mm.
So that your body actually has a lot more time to utilize the nutrients that you ate from a meal.
Mm.
But we just eat 3 times a day and then in between.
Yeah,
So
that
now
makes
with
sense.
this wave of intermittent fasting, which is
Mhm.
genius, right? How
Mhm.
incredible
A lot
it
of
is.
people
We
are
just figured
on that
out,
now.
oh,
Yeah.
it's just about the body has a timing.
Yep.
And if you go into intermittent fasting and learn that timing and you really begin to understand the mechanics of the body and how it actually works,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing you can't do. But these guys how much energy they have and strength.
It's incredible.
They just keep going. You have to watch the videos. I think it's called Survival Builds.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I've been into that. I've been into Seven Plums. Let me see, what else have I been into? I like watching old commercials from when I was growing up.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. A little nostalgia.
Yeah.
I'm just I don't know. That's in my astrological chart. I'm a Venus in Cancer.
No
So-
idea what that means.
Yeah, Look, we're gonna go there. It's like, why should we talk about things that nobody, like that everybody knows? This is stuff you got to learn about.
Yeah.
You figure out your astrological chart. How do you do it? There's good apps. There's an app called Time Passages,
Mm.
which I really like. I downloaded this app called Time Passages, and you just put in your birthday, your city you were born, and the time you have to have the time you were born, and it gives you every aspect. And it was so uncannily accurate.
Mm.
Wow.
Very, very interesting. Must have been a master astrologer.
Whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what would you say to people who think that's all bullshit? 'Cause I believe in it.
I'd say, what sign are you? And then they'd tell me, and I'd be like,
That's
your
why.
sign would say that. Yeah, you would say that being a this. Or that. The world the universe is a mystery.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I have seen it has pretty much 90% of the people that I've ever met in my life were very much like their sign.
Mm-hmm.
And the 10% who weren't, it was because everything else in their astrological chart was maybe the opposite.
Right.
So you might go, oh, he doesn't act like a Leo. Leos are
lot
really
of people do
showy,
that,
and
yeah.
they make a presence in the room, and this person's really shy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that everything else in their chart was more of a shy sign.
Mm.
So people don't even know what a chart is.
That's pretty much like where it gets broken down. And I think a lot of people just don't have the information
Yeah.
to even go there to possibly believe that these things can be true, because they only see the one sign and they don't understand that there's a whole like plethora of things going on
Right.
underneath that.
It's like trying to understand the body, but all you know is how your heart is doing.
Yeah.
It's like you have to
Mhm.
know how every other organ is doing and
Yeah.
how it's working together.
Mm.
But that it's interesting you say that, because there is just, I think there's people who are never going to believe no matter what
Yeah.
in
for
anything
sure.
outside of what they think is fact,
Right.
and they're never going to believe. And then there's people who are on the fence, and then there's people who don't need much evidence to believe. They're already in tune with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, if you spend your life trying to convince people,
Yeah. Good luck.
like, what are you wasting your time for? They're never going to believe. Just
Mhm.
like, let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
But I think it's wise to be able to look at evidence and then be very flexible and say, well, what are we talking about here?
Mhm.
There's going to be a time where, when people, you guys know about orbs, right? We've talked about that. People see these balls of light that were showing up in pictures, and they were,
Yeah.
and
like
everybody,
camera pictures and stuff.
yeah, and they're
like
saying,
that.
oh, these are just, specks of dust or moisture in the air.
Yeah.
And so it was caught on camera, but I have them on video flying through the air, stopping. And I think we'll, in one of the future episodes, we'll edit it in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go look me up on Instagram or on YouTube on my channel called The Magical Life with Riz, or you look up my Instagram, which is Psychic Riz the Wiz, I have a video of orbs flying around my living room.
Mm.
And there's no video editing. It was live. I'm talking, and you see a ball of light stop in front of the camera and then go up like this.
Mm.
Then you see balls of light coming through the ceiling, balls of light coming through the floor.
Wow.
I don't live in a dusty house. It's not dust. And there's no moisture. There's nobody. The shower is not in the room. Okay. And then a ball of light is going across the camera, stops, changes direction, and goes the other way and goes up through the ceiling.
Hmm.
So how are you going to get someone to explain that?
Right. So
They'll just go,
wh-
that's peculiar.
What do you think that the ball of light is? What the ball?
Oh,
is
you're going to
saying?
put me on the spot now? Well, I am a medium, so I'm going to tell you straight up.
Yeah.
It's spirit energy. Now, how do I know exactly what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you just from my observation what I think it is, when my feelings, my own psychic impressions of what I think an orb is.
Right.
So I do feel that they are kind of like projections of energy from something actually bigger.
Mm.
I don't
Okay.
think it's actually just what's in that ball of light.
Mm.
I think it's reacting. This is energy, matter. Man, I'm going to use all sorts of terms that are going to sound absolutely like, if you're not into what I'm
Fuck
talking
it.
about, like,
Give
what are
it
you
to
talking
us.
about?
Give it
Let's
to
lead
us.
from the fifth
But you know what?
dimension.
Yeah, exactly. You were.
It's
I want to go in
Matthew
the toilet.
McConaughey.
Is that-
Shout out to
Look,
Interstellar.
it's the whole. It's everything's a mystery in this universe. These things, and we're
Right.
going to know more about it as time goes on. But we do have, my work as a shaman has always been about helping to give it a navigable map of things that are usually intangible, or
Mhm.
things that, unless you've had those out of body experiences, unless you've had what I call your God experience, where you knew there was something bigger and there was something that was so magical and profound that happened that you had no explanation for it.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you quantify something that to me is you can't quantify,
Right.
because you don't really know what anything actually is. Now, what does that mean? Oh man, where are you going
Where
with
you
this
going,
today,
man?
man?
Where
You're
you
getting me
going?
started on this. That's a whole nother thing. I'm just gonna say, have fun watching the orbs fly around. Okay, have fun watching the orbs fly around.
And reading about your signs.
and reading about your signs.
We don't even know why we sleep, man. Like, what is sleep?
We know. We just
Bruh.
figured out that we
What is sleep?
regenerate while
Yeah.
we sleep. But why do we have to sleep for that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why? Like, I mean, I would love if I could just be up 24/7, but like, they say like you'll die. So I'm
What's the
like,
longest you've ever gone without sleeping?
Oh, at
I've been
least
up,
2
yeah.
days, maybe.
Yeah,
Assisted or unassisted?
One time unassisted, but yes, I have been assisted in 48-hour.
Really?
activities. Yeah.
What he means by that is someone was scotch taping his
Yeah.
eyes
Yeah.
like this. That's assisted.
No.
Don't try that at home.
No.
Do not.
I heard a guy named Jared came through banging a pot every 5 minutes. I falling asleep.
All right. So wait, what were we talking about before? Okay, the signs. You should just do your chart. Just have a reasonably good astrologer do your chart. I tell parents all the time. Have you done your daughter's chart?
No, not yet.
So when's her birthday?
I've looked up her chart. I've looked into it a little bit, but I haven't got it like professionally done yet. She is a Libra.
And do you know her moon, her rising?
I forget.
Okay.
I forget. I gotta look
So
at
it's
it again.
really
I
important.
haven't got it down yet, but
I think it's really important
she's still
for parents
becoming a
to know.
person.
But you will see that
I
even when they are 1 year old.
yeah
You will see the tendencies at that age.
yeah.
It's incredible.
So like, would you say like kind of like, because one way for me to like kind of like make sense of it is because
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I'm just like a knucklehead. Like when someone tells me I'm like this, I'm like, no, you're wrong. You know, maybe that's because I'm an Aquarius. You know, like even if I am that, you know what I mean. I'm
Right.
just so stubborn. So the way I accepted it was kind of just like, all right, so these are like kind of like archetypes. These are traits
Right.
that people have, and not to say that because you're one sign, you're only that. You know what I mean? It just means like that trait is kind of just maybe more prevalent in your life than others.
It gets so detailed, Reef, that I've had astrologers say, yeah, you have that your sign, like,
Mhm.
okay, I have a Mars in Sagittarius. Oh, you have a Mars in
Oh, man,
Sagittarius.
I'm lost.
But it's like that simply means that the planet Mars
Uh-huh.
was in the constellation of Sagittarius when you were born.
Oh,
And
Shout out
that
to
has an
Mars.
effect at that moment. What you said?
Shout out to Mars.
Shout out to Mars and all the Martians.
Yep.
Yo.
Now we're gonna start talking about aliens and don't even.
Hey, I
Yeah,
didn't
don't
do
even.
it.
You just
Yeah.
got me thinking like,
I
was
just
the
said
moon
shout out to
landing
Mars.
real?
Room gets silent.
Yeah, it's like,
What's the moon?
shout out
What
to
the
Mars.
Kubrick-
Those alien space stations
I believe
underwater.
the moon landing was real,
Mhm.
but the photos have been doctored
Mm.
because there are pictures of stuff that you
Kind
weren't
of
supposed
don't
to
make
see.
sense. Yeah.
I could
Mm.
believe that.
Yeah, a lot of people think Stanley Kubrick filmed it.
Shout out. To
Do
Do
Kubrick.
you know? We were just speaking about Cinepolis
Yeah.
and the movies. So I went to see 2001.
What do you think?
Oh,
Can we just have a moment of reverence? You've never seen it, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you
I
have.
Love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How come no one told
haven't
me
seen it.
that he was doing basically Star Wars level special effects before there
Mhm.
was Star Wars?
Yeah, he was the
It's incredible.
pioneer.
When they were in,
Mm.
of course, George Lucas perfected it,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
But this was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw it in the movie theater, and if you haven't seen 2001: Space Odyssey in a
Ooh.
theater, find out where it's playing and go
Mhm.
see it in the theater.
20 millimeter, like on the actual like film.
I guess it was,
Wow.
but and so we went to see it, and the sound, the production value was so exquisite
Mm.
and so powerful. They had to build those sets. You don't understand. Nothing is CGI. Wherever they're walking through the spaceship, they built that.
Mm.
They built every single. They were actually predicting the future, so they were on a plane. This is what that was made in 1960 something, right?
I think so.
They had screens on the back of every chair in the plane.
Oh
There's-
wow.
Yes, in that movie.
Wow.
You should see it again.
Yeah,
Mm.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, of course. Cell phones, of course, they had that in the back, and then there was Skype. They had Skype,
Mm.
so he
Wow.
was Skype calling his daughter.
It's incredible.
Man.
So one of the they built a set. I don't know if you know this, that turned
Yeah,
like
the shit.
like a Ferris wheel,
Mhm.
and they had to turn it, and the actor would walk and learn how to, so it looked like they're walking upside down.
Mm.
It was genius. Everything about it, from the beginning where they start off and they see primitive apes. So you've never seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Yeah, go see it. It's really mind blowing when you think of that they didn't have computer assisted graphics.
Yeah. It's all real.
So, do you know your chart?
I know certain aspects. Yeah.
I don't understand. I've been talking about astrology with you guys for 10 years, and I'm just like shocked that they don't know their chart. I thought he's gonna be like, yeah, let me tell you what's in the 10th house. And
Yeah, no, I only know my rising is Virgo and my moon is Sagittarius.
yeah, Virgo rising like me.
Hey,
It keeps us down to earth.
yep.
You know your rising?
I know my rising. I'm a double Scorpio.
Oh, you're dumb.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
don't even know what that means. I'm just saying.
You know, so anytime
Damn.
the only sign that where people go, oh, when
Gemini.
you is when you say you're a
it's
Scorpio.
Oh, really?
It is Scorpio.
I get it all the time.
When you say you're Scorpio, they either look at
It
you
is
like
Gemini too, actually.
People think
It is
Geminis are
Gemini
sus.
too
I
because
don't know why.
that's why. That's
pretty
really
dope.
why. But Scorpios, I get it too.
They get a bad
I'm not
rap.
proud of it. I'm not proud of
why do
it.
you think
Yeah.
Geminis
It's
get
not
a bad rap?
I think the whole
Two-faced.
two-faced thing, people are like,
Yeah.
oh, they're two-faced.
Geminis
but
get bad
I
rap.
think it's
We
a
get
lot more
like
complex than that.
a mysterious, probably should stay away from you kind of rap.
sus.
Wait, who
Yeah.
does? Scorpios or Geminis?
Scorpios.
Scorpio's like
Scorpio.
shady.
People are like, so you either
No,
get
they're always
you either get
sexualized.
yeah, they're sexualized. So
Sexualized,
people
too.
either get excited
Mhm.
Yeah.
or they get kind of like probably not because I don't know about you
Yeah,
kind of
scorpion
situation,
imagery comes into play.
kind of dangerous maybe. I don't know.
Do you get that about Aquarius?
I mean, I don't get too many bad things about Aquarius. Like just like I said, the number one is probably like hard headed. Like you stubborn. You probably won't listen.
Is there any sign that
True.
frustrates you?
me?
Yeah, any of
Not
you guys?
really. I mean, cause like I love astrology, but I don't like consider that into a factor. Into like I don't like use it as like I don't use it as much. Kind of like I'll like ask you your sign, but then I kind of like just always kind of forget what the signs mean. Like
Yeah.
I always kind of like just like.
So you're just
for
taking the
some
person
reason-
for who they are.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly. I kind of
Ye-
just like I forget. I'm like, oh, cause there's like
See, I've been so well versed in it. First of all, when you're Indian, astrology is huge.
They just expect
Right.
you. To
They
know.
make a birth chart for you when
Right,
you're born.
right, yeah.
So Indians are open to astrology in that way.
Mhm.
And when I was 10 years old, my parents had like an astrology book in the house, an American astrology book. I mean, it wasn't like they bought it here. It wasn't like Indian astrology, which is different, by the way.
Oh, wow, I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's a
that.
little different. Like I'm not even a Leo in Indian astrology.
Whoa, that's cool. What
Yeah.
are you?
I think I'm a Virgo.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a huge difference. Wow.
A very big difference, but I'm all Leo. That's for sure. Look at this mane over here.
You are definitely a Leo.
So,
Who are some famous Leos?
Obama,
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Mhm.
Okay.
Damn.
yeah, Madonna,
Nice.
and then of course I can name ones that you. Oh, yeah, of course. That's so there's those who I say are, you are in the shadow side of your sign, or you in the, in Prince was a Gemini.
Yep.
Do you know do you know who was born on your birthday?
No.
I think Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. I don't know.
Oh, that's a throwback.
I think
Were
so.
they really?
I think so, yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why I said that.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, wait, why would that
Mary
make a lot of sense?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
They're millionaires.
Hey, I'm
Multi-millionaires,
down.
aren't they?
I'll take it.
Yeah, they killing it.
Do you know how they killed it?
Makeup.
The VHSs.
No, VHS
Come on,
tapes.
baby.
Oh man.
I used to have all those, man.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah.
when actually
They
They used to
made
sell
money
VHS
off-
tapes
off
out the back of their car.
VHSs,
They made all that
yeah.
money. No, I'm kidding.
They were
They
playing
made
with it.
movies straight to video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to watch them. I used to
They were-
have to like
they were
sometimes
dope.
like I just like
Wait.
be watching them.
You have Olsen twins videos?
Yeah, I used to.
Me too. As a kid,
Bro,
yeah.
they were like the it girls
was
like,
sick.
when you're looking. I used to think they were. Hey, I used to think they were beautiful
What
back
did
then. I
you
was
guys
like,
do?
oh,
Weren't they like
man.
6, 7, 8, 9
Yeah, but
years
so
old?
was I.
So was I.
I
Oh, you
wasn't
were
like
so-
no old
yeah,
man.
not
like,
now.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was
Let's
like, what,
clarify.
man?
No, that's not what I meant. I meant just like. So it was like their adventures. They would go somewhere.
Yeah, you know what
they
I
were like
mean?
detectives, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. It's like
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
Type,
sweet. I didn't really
yeah.
know that actually. Did you know
I
that?
didn't watch them. No.
Anything
I
on
didn't watch those.
Nickelodeon affiliated, I was in it.
For sure.
I was
That was the golden
You guys
age.
are spoiled. I didn't grow up with 24/7 availability of kid shows. It was
Oh.
Saturday morning.
So sad.
Gangster.
That is sad.
I mean,
You
I had
missed
those
it?
Saturday
We had Saturday
mornings. I had
morning,
Saturday
too,
mornings
yeah.
You did?
too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like the
Waking up
premieres were on
early.
Saturday.
They'd be like,
yeah.
why aren't you up this early for school? But I'm
Yeah,
up like watching cartoons on a Saturday,
Yeah.
like at 6,
Because you guys
7
are
in the
kind of
morning.
like 2000s, early 2000s is when you would say you grew up, or 90s.
Like
90s.
Actually, 90s,
Oh, yeah,
right?
I would say
Or
like, I
90s.
mean, 91.
Late
so I say,
90s.
like 90s.
Late 90s.
Late
90s,
90s. Okay, so you
2000s.
still had like the really fun, colorful kind of cartoons that weren't that serious yet.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Like so SpongeBob,
SpongeBob.
Okay.
SpongeBob,
the
like,
original.
right?
Rocket
Original, not the new
Power.
seasons. Yeah,
We can name
Rocket
1,000 right
Oh.
now.
Cat
Dexter's
Dog.
Laboratory.
Yeah.
There's so many classics.
Cat
man.
Dog.
Wild
Cat
Thorn-
Dog.
Wild
Cat
Thornberry.
Dog.
See, I know only know this because of my nephews.
Oh,
Cat
okay.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
They were, and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
But
golden
SpongeBob
age.
was so huge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a golden age, wasn't it? Do you think that was the last golden age of animated shows, kid shows?
I mean, I feel like
Hopefully
everyone has their
not.
own.
I feel like I don't know.
Everyone has
I think
their own
it- I think
golden
it's
age.
What was
kinda-
your jam?
Rugrats, man.
Oh yeah,
Right, that was the
Rugrats.
biggest
Hey
one.
Arnold.
I
Hey
love
Arnold, Doug,
The opening.
Funny. You guys remember Doug?
Oh yeah,
course.
bro. Oh,
Quail
Doug,
Man.
Yeah, that was my
That was
dude.
great. And Pork Chop.
But I also like Captain Planet and like
Captain Planet.
Wow.
some of those like
Wow.
90s.
See, now you're getting
little-
crazy.
Gargoyles.
That was everything. Captain Planet.
You know about Captain
Of
Planet?
course,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was so epic,
It was
man.
yeah,
It's
like
so special, right?
that was a
Because
time
when,
to
when
be,
you
like,
think
grow up.
back to those times, there's this really great show on Netflix called The Toys That Made Us.
Great show.
Yeah.
The Toys That Made Us.
I still haven't watched it. I
Fantastic.
saw that though.
There's only,
I saw
but
it
they
on there.
take so long to make each season. I'm like, just give me 10 seasons
Yeah,
that I can
right?
keep watching.
Mhm.
I'll even watch the ones of the toys I wasn't into. Like I watched the Barbie episode.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
really
same.
fascinating.
Yeah, right?
So there's one I'm going to watch, which is Ninja Turtles.
That was my favorite one.
man.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
Was it
Gotta see
great?
that.
It's incredible.
Because you meet the toy makers, you meet the people who come up with the ideas,
Yeah.
and you
Their
get to
story is amazing.
and you get to see like the headquarters. And when you're a kid, you really you wish you could be in the toy factory and
Oh,
where they
definitely.
come up with these ideas. You know,
Definitely.
Mhm.
the toys that made us.
Seriously, huge impact.
And that's when you figure out that there was an episode where Star Wars was first offered to I think it was offered to Mattel.
And
But
they said
then
no.
they said no.
Oh,
couldn't do it.
Man, see
You got to watch that episode. They blew it. It went to a
Damn.
small company I think called Kenmore.
Mm.
Or Kenner, not Kenmore. Kenner Toys, I think.
Wow,
So Mattel had turned it down,
Fools.
right?
that's insane. You never
because,
know.
because toys based on movies was not such a big thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing.
yeah.
Now they make movies just to make toys.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, that's
Like,
deep right there.
Wow.
How
Straight
the
up.
turntables have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
Oh, man. That's a little office.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you think about it, so I don't know, I'm just like my family says like I'm really nostalgic.
Same.
That's because I'm a Venus in Cancer, right?
Mm.
But it's actually true. I don't know if I'm nostalgic. I probably am nostalgic, but I don't see it as a bad thing
Right.
because that's the part of your life where there's so much magic that's going on,
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
What was your most magical thing? Like what takes you back every time? It could be anything. It could be a show. It could be a food. It could be
It's
whatever.
Pokemon. Yeah, for me.
SpongeBob?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, you have a whole channel devoted to it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen every episode.
It's my
What is your
drug,
channel
baby.
called?
It's Dante Jackson.
Okay, so Dante Jackson, and
Quick plug.
you go into the world of Pokemon.
Just cards and also now I just got into Funko Pops.
I love those.
Yo,
Yeah,
Funkos
yeah.
are great.
My
man.
niece
At first I
loves those.
hated them.
I think that
I-
really.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've
I
been
didn't,
around
Why?
for
I didn't
years.
care for
I
them
was
at
the
first.
same.
They've been around for a long time.
I just like the really detailed figures, and as time went on, they're so
Oh.
minimalist, and they also have access to properties that you would never see a toy from.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I have
true.
noticed that.
Yeah,
I was in Halloween Town in Burbank, which I
Mhm.
love. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. It's 24/7 Halloween store, and you guys know that.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fire.
Just sharing it with people out there. Best Halloween store in all of America is Halloween Town in Burbank.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 different stores. One is for like Halloween home goods kind of things with decorations and for your house, and the other is costume and makeup, and then there's another one for kids, all in like basically in 2 blocks, but 24/7, and the windows are blacked out, so when you go in, it's really an experience. It's like being in a theme park almost,
Mm.
but it's very serious Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
and for me, I wish Halloween was twice a year.
Right?
My favorite, maybe because I'm a psychic, it's my favorite holiday. But it's like the middle of spring, and I love the autumn, so it's like Halloween. I can go into Halloween Town and experience it.
Yeah.
But I saw what you're talking about there,
Mhm. Funko
Funko
Pop.
Yeah,
Pops.
they're
Yeah, but there
everywhere,
was
man.
stuff that I never even heard of. These,
Yeah.
I guess you could say, movies or TV that I never heard of.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they do
now what's
everything.
happening? So they're sending you stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
Company called Pop
unboxing.
in a Box. Shout out to them. They send me free Funko Pops.
Plug.
What was the latest one you got?
Look, the latest favorite one was I got a glittered Prince, which was fire.
Oh man,
Purple glitter prints.
That's
man.
so weird.
Like,
We're talking
I
about
love
Prince.
those
Yeah,
diamond
yeah. Oh, yeah,
ones,
that's right.
man. They're
And-
called like diamond. Or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
right?
the diamond
Oh,
collection. Yeah, and they have everyone you can think of, they have a Funko Pop. Like the most random people.
You gave me a Kiss one for Christmas.
I gave you a Kiss one for Christmas. Yeah.
Dang.
I got 3 of them. I just missing. Actually, no, I have 2. I have
You're
Peter
missing
Criss.
Gene, right?
I'm missing Gene
I
and
got my
Ace.
eye out. Okay,
Because I got 2 Paul Stanleys and I got 1 Peter Criss.
gotcha.
But I need the Gene Simmons and the Ace Frehley.
What is his name? Ace Frehley. What is he called?
Space Ace or Spaceman.
Spaceman?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
the one I want.
I'll keep
So if
my
they
eye
send
out.
it to you.
Gotcha.
Awesome. That's going to go in my game room.
Yeah.
I put it right over here.
Yeah.
Right?
What about you? What is the thing that takes you right back?
Scooby-Doo.
Ah,
Man.
you know what's so crazy is Scooby Doo was a part of our childhood too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That just, I
seriously.
want to cry.
Like
Yeah.
big time. Not like it was
Like the
kinda
old
in there.
Scooby-Doos.
Yeah.
Old Scooby
Yeah.
Doo's.
Where they're like, doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
It was just as relevant for us.
Yeah.
Did it take you somewhere?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
I was too scared. If I was in the room and Scooby Doo came on, I was trapped because I was too scared to run in my mom's room. You know,
Actually scared.
I would just put my head under the pillows and be like, no, because the music scared me.
Right.
The bats in the
Yeah,
beginning,
yeah.
I was like, no,
Oh, right, the
bruh.
bats in the
Yeah, I
beginning.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Did you? Was there a point where you actually started to?
As I got older, I was like, we're gonna solve this mystery. What's going on? Like, you know? Yeah. Love Scooby Doo.
It just takes me there.
Yeah.
That and like, I'll still do a bowl of cereals in Scooby-Doo. See, that's the thing I think about that. Maybe that's why people say, like we say the game room,
Yeah.
and then guys who are older than us call it the man cave,
Mm-hmm.
and we just call it the game room maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that you're trying to get back something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we can never lose the magic of different eras of our life. Why should we leave it behind?
Mhm.
Doesn't make you a
Facts.
less responsible person just because you do that.
Yeah.
Because you're with Pokemon, but that taught you magic.
Exactly.
And this is what's happening now, I think, in the world, is that people are finding their inner magic, and they don't care what anybody else is into or what anybody else thinks.
Mhm.
They're starting to realize that the thing that they love or the things that they love that give them that feeling of magic is everything to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Mhm.
that's even what Harry Potter taught this next generation, was that magic was a part of our life.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's the great thing about nowadays is no matter what you like, it's like you're not alone. You can find someone
Community.
somewhere who's
So
into
true.
that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
back then it's like, man, I mean, I can't even imagine. But
Right.
I mean, nowadays if like it don't matter what you're
Like
into.
furries, you know?
Yeah. Oh man.
Imagine like old school furries were like, man, I'm a weirdo. And then they're like, no, there's a whole lot of people that will
Yeah,
love
there's a
you and
whole
accept
cult
you.
underground.
Do you guys know about
following.
bronies?
Yeah.
Bronies?
Bronies
My Little
are
Pony.
guys who are into My Little Pony.
Oh,
yo,
I
they
have
did
heard
an
of that
episode
term.
of Bob's Burgers.
I have
about
heard of
that.
that.
There's like a documentary or two called Bronies.
Whoa.
Documentary?
There's a documentary where
I
they
didn't
actually
know
have
that.
conventions.
I didn't know
Love
that.
docs.
Yeah, you should watch it.
That's
Elijah's
crazy.
secretly a brony. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah.
Let's see if there's any tattoos in there. So there's, yeah, I love that because
Yeah.
it's showing that you can be anything you want to be. And that's the thing that I know you guys have always believed in it. I believe in it.
Mhm.
It's just like wear a top hat, wear your fur vest, wear your crystals, wear whatever that is that you like, have a Pokemon tattoo. There is a new human being showing up. It's not just a new man. It's people are allowed to be diverse and allowed to be themselves and allowed to be anything that they want to be. You can be a doctor and then you could be a bartender on the weekend. I've met people who do that.
Wow.
You don't have to have one profession anymore. You can do a bunch of different things because we are multi-dimensional, multi-talented souls, beings. And so there's no reason to put you in a box.
Straight up.
Right.
And that's why we call the show The Game Room, because it's about life. It's about playing. It's not playing the game of life like you're trying to get ahead or make it all happen. No, you're playing the game of life by saying, I'm here to experience. I'm here to create. I'm here. And I noticed that when we're not creating, that's when we feel dead, right?
R.I.P.
Straight up, man. Like,
Yep.
did y'all ever have that moment? Kind of talking about like all old school stuff, and like I was like growing up, you had that moment where you had to just say, you know what, I'm a man now, and you have to get rid of
Yeah.
all your toys. You just
Yeah.
like threw everything you could fit in like a random.
But you
box
have
or a
to, right?
bag,
That's the rite of passage,
right?
and
It's
you
like
have to do
yeah,
that.
it's almost like a trial by fire.
But you will
Yeah.
go back and you will bring those things out. And we should talk about that in an upcoming episode. We were going to talk about, I think what we're going to talk about with everybody out there, and you know, leave your comments about what your favorite magical things were. In the next episode, let's talk about what magic means to us
Mm-hmm.
and what things that we find that have been magical that we've been reading about or seeing on the internet or whatever it is.
Yeah, I
So,
like that.
You guys down?
For sure.
Yeah.
With it.
All right. I'm starving. We got to get something to
I'm
eat.
hungry.
We're up in the studio really
Thank
late.
God.
Wherever you are, much love to you. Stay in the magic. Keep playing the game. Enjoy. Make your own game room. Much love. Peace out.
Peace.